What's up, guys? Ryu here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. This one has taken me a little bit, but this is the Dark Magician, past Dark Illusion, this is like after Dark Illusion, deck profile. With duels. Obviously, the duels are going to play first. Magician Rod, combo wombo into Dark Magic Circle, combo wombo into, craziness, but he MSTs it, which is fine. It still works itself out there. But hopefully these duels actually give you a preview, basically what you should be doing with the deck. And honestly, I'm not saying this is the end all be all version that you need to play it this way. Don't take it that way, please don't. Go out, build your own kind of thing, see how it works for you. By the way, this guy is pretty damn dank. This is Mad Hat. He comes in a collector's pack, or movie pack. It's one of the two. Basically, like if you draw him, you can special him onto the board, which is great. And then Coco Magician Girl gonna put in that damage because she puts in so much work. I could have used her effect there to discard and draw one, which would have gave me another Mad Hat, but I'm actually glad I didn't because another Mad Hat's gonna be great. That acid though, that acid's putting in the work against my Mad Hat, but Dark Magician comes out instead to make up for it, and then another Magician's Rod, which is going to be great because I get another Dark Magic Circle, which gives me the Illusion Magic, which gives me 2 back when Dark Magician swings, and pretty much Coco Magician Girl just puts in a lot of draw power energy into the deck. I feel there's a lot more I could probably still do with the deck, but I'll probably revisit it in the not so distant future with that Regeki draw. That's when I was running it. Let's get into the next duel. So there's like one more at this, but this is Hirokai, and I'm actually interested in trying out Hirokai soon enough. It's just this took longer. See, I tried different versions. I tried like the Secret Village version, and sometimes Secret Village just backfires, so I feel it's a better side deck card than anything. But pretty much we're not in like a super heavy, spell kind of format at the moment without Pendulum deck running around. But even without Pendulum decks running around, we could still basically abuse the shit out of this card, which is great. But I felt the Magician count was too low. The Spellcaster count was way too low to actually make it really useful. And I don't feel like being a dick and not allowing my opponent to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But it is another option. You can run that. Just throwing that out there. You can run it. But he drops the Nova Cube. The Nova Cube, and he gets rid of it because he doesn't want to take the damage, and I can't blame the guy. I wouldn't want to take that fucking 3,000 damage. That would have been game. But Raigeki sack and drop him to 700 is not really much more he can do here outside of make a giant play and get warning. Rip. Let's move on to the final game. And for the last game, we're going against Lightsworn. This one's actually going to go pretty quick, just fair warning. So Magician's Rod into combo wombo piece, which is Dark Magic Circle, which allows you to look at the top 3 cards. So for those of you wondering, these were the top 3 cards. And obviously I went for the trap card and led into all this madness with Illusion Magic. So that way I can basically summon out 3 Dark Magician as long as he doesn't have Twin Twister. He has Raiden. I'm going to warning that. I don't want Raiden popping. I don't want him coming out to the board. And I get Sacred 7 Swords, but I decided not to use it. I'm going to do something funnier with it. So the trap card actually allows you to bring out any dark spellcaster of like any level that's under 7. So I decided to bring out Summoner Monk, and I'm going to show you why. So I discard the Sacred 7 Swords that's now dead in my hand to get the Coco. Coco is going to discard Dark Magician and grab me another card, which is another Circle. Circle is going to look at these 3 cards and say you could take one as long as it's Dark Magician. They might go for Eternal Soul. So Dark Magic Veil, special one from hand, because if anyone can piece this part together, you're going to see an OTK, which is Daigasu Emerald. I've talked highly about this card. Go into Dark Magician and GG. That's how you set up a beautiful OTK. So this deck has a lot going for it, but at the same time there's a lot it can still evolve on, I guess is the way I want to phrase this. And there's a lot of things that honestly I feel the deck would benefit from, but that's why I included the Summoner Monk in the final build, because it needs it. Look at all the spell cards you have to like discard to bring him out. So 3 Magician's Rod is the core of your deck to get your combo pieces, your Dark Magic Circles, your Dark Magic Veils, your Illusion Magic, pretty much like the key cards. Eternal Soul is going to play a super big role in this, obviously. We don't know when it's coming to the TCG. We'll have to deal with that. So 3 Dark Magician, 3 Mahad. Mahad, you draw him, and then it specials, and then when it dies, you get a Dark Magician. It's great. It's another level 7. And when it's dead, which is pretty often, it can be Sacred 7 Swords away. 3 Magician of Black Illusion. You could drop it on your opponent's turn if they drop a spell or a trap, which is great. I actually like that. It's a very defensive kind of card while also containing that offense in it. 3 Coco Magician Girl, because Coco Magician Girl can discard a spellcaster and then you can draw one, which is great. You know, and then when they go for an attack on her, you special out one, and it's like, oh, here's a mirror wall with a special summon back. Double Summoner Monk to get to Magician Girl, as Magician Girl is part of the core engine of draw power. Magician's Rod I would never want to special summon because you only get its effect from normal summoning it. And that's a downside, but at the same time it's understandable, so, you know, it's one of those things that you just have to deal with. Double Allure of Darkness, lots of darks, obviously you're going to make use of this. 1 dark magic attack, because I still feel Twin Twister is way better, and you're only using this to search out with Eternal Soul for the 1 search, and pretty much otherwise than that, using Eternal Soul to bring back Dark Magician. 2 Sacred Sword of 7 stars. I was running 3, but 2 is just a lot more fluent than 3, especially with 9 targets. 3 Dark Magic Veil. This is pretty damn dank. You pay 1,000, you special dark spellcaster type monster from your hand or graveyard. So you can bring back a monk, you can bring back the Dark Magician, which is mainly what you want to do. You bring back Magician's Rod, but you pretty much never want to do. Double Twin Twist. It goes without saying, it's just a really good card. 3 Illusion Magic, pretty much distribute a spellcaster type monster, and you add up to 2 Dark Magicians from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and that's pretty damn crucial. I kind of wish Blue Eyes had something like this, because it would make Blue Eyes that much better, but Konami. 3 Dark Magic Circle. I explained it in the video to a degree, but the secondary effect is basically when a Dark Magician is brought upon your board, normal summon or special summon, you can banish a card from your opponent's side of the board out of the game, which is great. And then the trap card, I love this trap card. Special 1 Dark Magician from your hand, and then special 1 Dark Magician, 1 level 7 or lower spellcaster type monster that's dark from your deck onto the board, and its secondary effect reads, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 face-up spell or trap your opponent controls and nullify it until the end of this turn, which is also great. Triple Eternal Soul, special Dark Magician from your hand to graveyard, they're unaffected. Is it unaffected? I don't even remember. All Dark Magicians in your monster zone are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Yes, it is. But if this is destroyed, then it's going to destroy all your monsters you control, which sucks. It is what it is. And then 1 Solemn Warning, because Solemn Warning, best counter trap card in game. Anyone tells you otherwise, maybe Chaos Trap Hole, but Solemn Warning, best one. Best track record. 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal for the extra deck, 1 number 74 Master Blades, 1 Drago Sack, 1 Gaia. Gaia is actually just there mainly for those decks that like to stall. I can't remember the fairy deck that basically has a lock that basically says your opponent can't put in damage unless they have a Piercer. That's why we run Gaia. Double Big Eye, Double Ebon, Double Ebon Oblivion. This is the new one. This one actually, when this card has Exceed material, you can activate quick play spell cards and traps from your hand during the opponent's turn. But you have to detach 1 Exceed from it, and then obviously when it's sent to the graveyard, by opponent's card effect, rip, destroyed by bout or sent by a card effect. Or if this card you control is sent to the graveyard by the opponent's card effect, you can special 1 Dark Spellcaster monster from your hand or deck, and then you can destroy 1 card in the field. Also pretty nifty, because you combine it with the circle, it's going to be great. Stats are a little low, I wish they were a little bit higher, but it is what it is. For the rank 4s, Castell, Emerald, Cowboy. For the random times you can go into rank 3s, not too often that you're going to have that on board, but there are times. Nightmare Shark, Phantom Knights of Breaksword. If you're going to build this IRL, you can take this guy out and just put another rank 4 in. I would recommend another rank 4 like Abyss Dweller or just a Dire Wolf, something along those lines. So you're really not going to see the rank 3s too often, but I just kind of included it to, like, you know, to fluff up the extra deck a little bit, give you more options outside of Cowboy and everything like that, you know, just to hit all the different levels you can. There's a few other ways to play the deck, like one of them is put a level 2 tuner in, and then you can have Ajrai Silver Dragon, and you can bring back Dark Magician, and then you're doing this like thing that shouldn't be done, which is basically sort of using Blue Eyes power cards to actually, for your own benefit in Dark Magician, but it's just hilarious you can do it. But I'm just going to end the video here. The next deck profile I'm going to be working on will probably be Raid Raptors. I know that was been highly requested. I'm working on the Blue Eye stuff now, but I'm trying to like piece together how I actually want to approach it. Like, do I want to just do one giant one with Chaos Max, or do I want to like showcase Chaos Max and showcase all the new Blue Eye stuff I've yet to cover? like in a deck profile in duels. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, and I'll figure it out probably by the time Ray Raptors is done. But Ray Raptors has been like on the back burner, so now it's time for it to come to the forefront and actually get done. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe for more deck profiles out on the way when I have a little extra time, at least once or twice a week, at least. It's gonna happen. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace. Oh, also Black Wings are incoming. Whee!